This is day 26 dropshipping. Yesterday, I put out a campaign for testing the new landing page, or the listicle that I made for the desires to drive more buying intent for the people that actually click on it. And I also changed some of the images to try and improve the CPMs and the overall cost per link click. And honestly, I woke up and it had spent like around over 50, like around 70, I think. But it I ended up seeing that the CPMs were still really high and the CPCs were over like a $2, which is bad. And I did get one add to cart, but it's just not enough. But I think the listicle did help with that. So I think what I ended up like looking, like when I saw the metrics and everything and I actually started thinking like, okay, what could it be, is for the buying intent or for the downstream events like add to carts or conversions, I decided I'm gonna make the listicle much shorter, or get to the mechanisms quicker, instead of having all this talk or like all these other sections about random stuff. I'd just rather put the headline and then the mechanisms, and then maybe some CTAs like sooner. And so I did that, and right now I'm just trying to figure out like how I can really try and lower these CPMs. So basically I'm just gonna watch like a bunch of videos, or some videos that I saw a while back, to and I'm gonna take notes too, to really see like what I could do to fix these CPMs. Because I'm back, like I'm not sure what it is. Like I was thinking, at first I was thinking like it could be the hooks, but then I realized that it's like, if it was bad, then like hooks would mostly it would show that the CTR, like click through rate for the link, would be low, like if it was a bad hook. So I was asking AI as well, and it was telling me that it's most likely your images. And I asked it like, could it be my avatar too, or my desires? Because like I had a thought, and it can be, but not a crazy, or like I can't just immediately like think, oh okay, it's my avatar, because I could say that for anything, like I could say that for the buying intent, or I could say that for the click through rate if it was really low. So I'm not gonna really like focus too much on like, oh, it could be the avatar. Right now I just need to focus on getting those CPMs down, watching videos on how to do it. I'll probably end up like putting a new batch out with the same desires, just different images. Um, because the last campaign that I ran overnight that gave me this data, I ended up changing two images, and it did, for one ad set, it actually ended up boosting up my CTR all like pretty good. And the image was really good, it's just the CPMs were really really high. So like it just wasn't getting enough reach, or it was getting reach, but it was just too expensive. And the people that it did get it out to, the good thing is that the CTR link click through rate was good. So I think if I just, or yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna shorten down the listicle even more, make it to where they get to the offer, or the mechanisms much quicker, and as well as probably end up changing all the images, like a new batch of images for all the ad sets. And just see, one thing I saw was that one of the ad sets, or one of the desires I was targeting, I looked on Get Hooked, and I saw that a lot of, or different brands were already kind of targeting that like specific angle. So I realized that like it just wasn't specific enough. So, and it is the ad set that is performing the worst, like with really high CPMs. So it honestly could be that too. But honestly, I'm just gonna still test it and just figure out how I can lower these CPMs, and probably end up putting out a test tomorrow based on all the research, or everything I learned throughout the day, and just put out another test, because I just need to keep testing and just figure it out. And yeah, and this time I'm not gonna make a new campaign. Yesterday I made a new one because I was making a new landing page that the brings the people to. So you have to make a new campaign for that apparently. So this time I'm just gonna make new ad sets within the same campaign. So Meta already like has the learnings from the first couple ad sets rather than just resetting the test or the learning. So yeah, but that's day 26 I think.